What's up, peeps? I've got an interesting tip for you today that is going to help you solve a problem that you may have encountered when creating sales pages, landing pages, or any other type of page where you really want to connect with your audience and get them to take a particular action. Now, with that setup out of the way, what we're actually doing here is sort of an SEO strategy. Okay, it's a linking strategy. And it goes something like this. So when we think about our websites, we think about, linking together our best pages with universal navigation and possibly breadcrumb trails, things like this. These are obvious links to various parts of your website. This, obvious linking. But then you have less obvious forms of linking and, cross-referencing, things like that happen within pages of your website. So like, for example, we're looking at a page here for an add-on component I sell called the breadcrumbs box. Now, in the sales copy for this page, I reference stuff from other pages of my site. But because this is a sales page for the breadcrumbs box, I don't really want to link you to these other topics and other pages, because then that takes you off of the page where, I'm sending you down a funnel and I want you to buy. So it's not ideal for me, from my standpoint, to send you off to another page to explore a different topic, because then you're not going to be focused on buying this. And then at the same time, it's not ideal for you, because then you're sort of dancing around between topics and not going deep with anything. So you're losing out on deep engagement, and I'm losing out on sales. This situation isn't working for either of us. And so the question is, but there's more to this. So with these sales pages, like, these are the most important pages of my website. They are the most visited pages of my website. So this is the opportunity. Since these are the strongest, most important pages, any links from these pages to other pages are the most powerful links on my website. And these links from powerful pages to other pages on your own website are sort of the foundation for internal technical SEO. This means, like, if I'm Google and I'm a machine looking at your site, the only way I can tell relative importance of different pages is how many other pages have links to a certain other page. If it's my homepage, well, my homepage is linked from every other page of my website. To a machine, it's very obvious that that homepage is incredibly important. But then I have internal pages, such as this breadcrumbs box page or other boxes, that type of thing. They don't really have that many links from other pages of my site. So in order to bolster them, I want to link to them as much as possible, and ideally from my strongest pages. But the problem is, as I've already explained, if I add links to my strongest pages, then I'm potentially sending traffic off of those pages, making them less effective at selling. It's sort of a catch-22. So that being an undesirable situation, am motivated to find a solution for how can we get around this? How can we still benefit from the link juice, so to speak, without affecting the way our customers are going to engage with our pages, right? We don't want to hurt our sales conversions. We certainly don't want to do that. But I do want to bolster my SEO so that I can bring more people into my sales funnels and get more conversions over time. So let me show you an example. So to combat this, I've come up with a concept known as invisible linking. Okay, and it's not insidious. It's not like a negative thing. There's no trickery happening here. All I'm doing is telling search engines that, hey, links between these pages are important, but I'm preventing those links from distracting customers who are actively in my sales funnel. So how can we do that? Well, I'm going to scroll down here and show you a little video. So on this breadcrumbs box sales page, I have a video. And it says this video is served with the YouTube box, which is another add-on component you can buy. Now, obviously, since I mentioned the YouTube box, I want to provide a link to it too to bolster that page. Because like I said, this is another one of those pages that's an internal page in my website that doesn't really have that strong of linking signals going to it. So whenever I get an opportunity to bolster that signal, I would like to do that. However, at the same time, I don't want to affect my sales conversions. Okay, so in order to do that, I have done what is an invisible link. Normally, when you mouse over a link or something you can click on, your mouse cursor will turn into a hand, indicating that you can click. But in this invisible linking strategy, you'll notice this cursor remains a text selection cursor, And many people are used to highlighting text in this manner. They see this cursor, they know they can do that. Nothing changes. There's no indication of a link here. I mouse over the YouTube box, there's no highlight behavior, there's no underline, there's no color change, there's nothing. You cannot tell this is a link, except if you focus in the lower left-hand corner of the browser here. When I mouse over the YouTube box, you see a URL pop up down here. So indeed, if I click on this, it'll take me to the YouTube box. So it is a link. It just doesn't look like one. It's very unlikely anybody who comes to this page to try and purchase is going to notice this and hit it as a link. In fact, I would argue it would probably be an accident if anyone ever clicked on that link. So this is good. This bolsters my, the signal going to my YouTube box page, which should help that page. But it's also not distracting from my customers. This is so key. So we'll go to another page, and I will show you exactly how to implement this on your own site. It's just a little thing you're going to add, a little snippet of CSS code, and then you can undertake the process I'm about to show you to turn specific links into these, we'll call them juice links. We don't want to call them invisible links. It's not really invisible, but we're just getting a little extra juice without the distraction of a clickable link. So calling these juicy links, and first thing we'll do is look at the CSS you need to add a juicy link to your focus-powered website. You can use similar CSS code for a non-focus website, but the code I'm going to give you is an SCSS format, which works with Focus, isn't going to work with everything else. And bottom line, Focus is the greatest theme on the planet. So if you're using something else, you're just trying to make whatever thing you have a little bit better. It's garbage compared to Focus. Just get Focus. Anyway, let's go look at the CSS. Here we go. This is an SCSS block of code. It's very simple. Well, you're targeting a couple different elements here, but I will put this in the description of the video or link it to a page with this for easy copy pasting. But bottom line is it's a small suite of styles, very little. You just add it to your site. You save your custom CSS with these new rules in place. And then to apply a juicy link to your website, I'll show you what you need to do. So we're going to look at my focus sales page. And I have, in preparation for this video, I went ahead and added a few invisible links to this because I want to bolster the pages on my site. That was the whole point. And so here's one. This text says golden ratio typography, and it links to the golden ratio typography calculator. Totally different website, but it's one of my properties, so that's a good thing to bolster that. This focus page is a very powerful web page. Any links out from this page to other pages are high signal. High authority signals. And so I'm just helping all of my properties by being able to link out from this page. But like I said, I don't want to do that if it's going to take away from my conversions. So I have to use these juicy links to get the job done. Okay? So I've done it a few other places here. Let's see. We've got, it's a big sales page. I've got some down here, 4 free add-on boxes. These actually link to the boxes themselves, but these aren't sexy. But might as well cast a wider net in search without distracting from my sales copy. So I want to add one more here for premium add-on boxes. I have a premium add-on boxes page on the DIY Themes website, and I would like to link to this from the Focus Sales page, to bolster its SEO signal as well. So I want to take this text, premium add-on boxes, and link it in this juicy linking style. So let's dive in and do that so you can see how to use this new little CSS tool I gave you. All right. So now we're editing this page, my focus sales page, and here we go. Right here, premium add-on boxes. This is the text we want to link. So I'm going to highlight it, and we're going to link it. And we're going to link it to add-on boxes, I think. Let's see what it was. It was add-ons. So we'll go back and do this. It's add-ons. Boom. So we're going to link it to that. So now this is linked. In order to make this a juicy link, we're going to have to flip over to the text editor. And quick note, you'll notice I'm using the classic editor and not Gutenberg. I prefer the classic editor by a billion miles. It's faster. I think it's more intuitive. There's less stuff to click on, less stuff popping up in my way. I want to engage with my text as if it were a Word document. I've been doing this my entire life. It's a comfortable medium. There's not clutter. It's simple. I just like to keep things simple. We use powerful tools in the simplest possible way. That is the recipe for greatness. That is exactly what I'm showing you here. All right, so we're in the visual tab, is what most people do. We're going to flip over, though, to the text tab to implement this juicy link. When we flip over, the cursor should be, yes, it's placed in the right location. So here's our new link. This is the premium add-on boxes link that we see right here. Okay? To turn this thing juicy, I'm just going to get inside the A tag. I'm going to go right here after the href, and I'm going to say class equals juicy. All right, that's it. Just like that, class equals, and this is known as an HTML attribute. You put the actual attribute value inside double quotes, and boom. Here we go. We're going to save it. This is all we're doing. We're going to update it. We're going to go back to our focus sales page. We're going to hold shift, click refresh, and look, that link is not juicy. What did I do wrong? It's juice, not juicy. Well, that's what I did wrong. This is why we do these videos, to show you all the possible ways it could go wrong and how to fix it. So it's juice. So now, boom, we're going to send that link juice, but with none of the bad stuff. We're going to hold shift, click, refresh, and there it is. And you can see down here, when I mouse over this, we see the link. We'll click on it, and here's the add-on boxes page. So boom, I have added my juicy link to this section without taking away from the focus a user is going to have while reading through this. And now so this is really important because this is a good strategy for the health of your website. But it's funny, a lot of the stuff that's good for the health of your website is not good for sales. And so we're always walking this tightrope, or trying to find our balance on this tightrope between the best things to do technically and the best things to do for people and the actual interactions that we care about the most, the transactions that are most meaningful to us. I want to do the best I can at all those things all the time, and something like these juicy links is exactly the kind of tool you need to be able to achieve these outcomes. So you can bolster your inter-site linking without taking away from your sales funnels. I think this is pretty cool. Drop some juicy links on your site, and if you want, find me on socials, drop me a link to your pages where you're doing this, and show off. I'll show it off to the world and say, hey, this person took my advice and is doing something awesome on their sales pages. You should take a look and do the same. All right, fam, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.